Hey everybody, it's Anna. Time for our Thursday card. We have the Two of Swords. Swords are connected to the mind. They're about ideas and expectations and paradigms and strategies. So when this card shows up, it tells us that we are using our mind to make a decision. You can see this woman is sitting next to a seashore and she's blindfolded, holding two crossed swords. So this is showing a crossroads in our lives. It's a time when we have to pick a path. But as the card suggests, we're not really excited about making a choice, probably because our minds are predicting and interpreting each path and seeing the pros and cons of both paths. And when your mind gets too far involved in something, it almost always finds all the negative possibilities. So it might look to us like both paths are bad. And so instead of making a choice, we blindfold ourselves and say, oh, we just don't know. And we sit still and we don't make a decision. So when this card shows up, it reminds us that we are at a crossroads and it doesn't serve us to just sit here and not making a decision. The decision's not going to go away the longer we delay it. So there is something about really getting clear that you're going to have to pick a path and commit to a decision. But what I find interesting about many of the swords cards, which are connected to the mind, is that there's often water in these cards. And water is about your intuitive wisdom, connecting with your heart and your emotions. And here we have basically a sea next to this woman. So this card would suggest to me that there are limitations to what your mind can choose when it's looking at two paths, because your mind works with patterns it already recognizes, and you can't really predict the future. So on some level, you're going to have to choose with your faith, which is more of a heart and intuitive wisdom. So using your mind to do the pros and cons, but then really factoring in what you feel, what your heart is saying to you, and knowing that you cannot for sure know the future. So you're going to have to move in faith here. I think this card is likely about us making a decision about some relationships in our lives. This whole trajectory this week is about learning to connect with our intuitive truths and separating ourselves out from people who we tend to be, drawn into their momentums of anxiety or fear or anger. So it could very well be that you are considering this week that there are people in your life and your way of relating to them is such a way that it is not to your highest good. And it's also, so therefore it's not the highest good of the world around you because you're not able to bring your gift to the world in the way you can. So this decision could very well be about what you want to change, whether you want to change your relationships with these people or whether you're going to continue them. And again, you'll have to use your mind, but really factor in your heart as well. What is it you really need? What is the life you were really called to have? And what needs to change? What decisions do you need to make to change your life and possibly the way you relate to people in order to achieve that? So consider this card today, which tells us delaying serves you in no way. So instead, go ahead and make your decision and start taking some action that reflects your decision. See you tomorrow for our final card.